Hello again and welcome back to the Heavy Hat. It occurred to me recently that we as online gamers have kind of a weird collection of phrases that we use to describe things. So I figured I'd go over a few. Hello, I am Dr. Chaim Evil, and welcome today to the Heavy Hat therapy session for the parents of the child gamer. Come with me. As you see here, we have the young child playing the video games. Observe the bloodshot eyes, the leftover food on his shirt, and the overall look of despair and loneliness. If you have any questions before we start, please observe my short, simple disclaimer. Thank you.
How did you get in my house?
Shh. With my new revolutionary technique, I will show you how to understand what your child is saying. Please observe.
Oh!
Speak the English, boy!
Why would you slap me?
Now you'll see the gaming vernacular has ceased and your child is cured.
Mom!
This has been the Heavy Hat therapy session. Figured I'd go over a few of them. Why does my face hurt? Why does it smell like a German psychiatrist? First on this list of weird MMO lingo, we've got... It speeds away from the keyboard. Pretty simple. At times we need to deal with real life things while we're gaming. I know. Gross. Real life. Ugh. But basically sometimes we need to leave the keyboard and take care of stuff. Whether it be you're answering the front door, taking care of your pet, getting yelled at your parents or spouse for playing video games, throwing up a quick AFK in chat shows those that you're playing with that you're going to be gone for a second. I guess that means we should also go over bio break. Or in layman's terms, oh, I'll be right back. I got to hunk a dirt snake. Ooh, yikes, gotta go launch a butt shuttle. Oh, time to go craft the fudge pop. Ooh, Dr. Dookie's here. Was that segment too much? Do y'all look at me now as a man in his mid-30s with the humor and mental capacity of a 5-year-old? Next up we got though is DLC, also known as having to pay for the rest of the game you already bought. DLC stands for downloadable content. Well, trust me, I could go on for about 20 minutes about this. The good, the bad, and the EA. That play on words sucked. The point is that after you've already bought the game, oftentimes companies will add a little bit more content and ask you to pay for it. Or in other cases, they'll actually only sell you half the game in the first place, and then tell you the rest of the game's only $19.99 US dollar, plus tax, and the conversion fee for those of you outside the US. Another one we've got is grinding. Kids, I wouldn't go look this one up on the internet. Let's just say you might get a different answer there.
Oh, baby.
Yeah. And probably get in really big trouble when your parents find out. But grinding is mostly common in Eastern MMOs, and games where basically you need to go kill a certain amount of enemies just to reach the next level, and there's no other way to do it. Or sometimes if you really want that piece of gear, you gotta go complete an event 100 times or run a dungeon 100 times, and then you might be rewarded with it. Side note, that's kind of gambling. Another one we've got is bots. Yo, did someone say thoughts? Hey Blizzard, I haven't seen you in a while. How you been? Yeah, I've been a little preoccupied. A little sad everybody's leaving for Final Fantasy and Guild Wars. You know, man, it really hurts actually. Yeah? It just really hits home, you know? Right in my wallet. But bots, in my opinion, are an absolute plague on the MMO genre. They're basically automated players that go around and do the boring tasks for you. While this might not seem like it really affects others too much, when one of them shows up in a party and then auto-follows you around the entire time, doing nothing other than getting credit for the event, it becomes a hassle. Somebody CC the boss! Come on! Come on! What? Dude, can you back up? You can literally Google MMO bots and find dozens of websites offering the service. Which is usually illegal and against most games' terms of use, by the way. Meaning you usually get banned when you get caught, so don't do it. Another popular one we use is DPS. DPS stands for damage per second. Really, it's just a measurement of the damage output of your character. In a lot of games, you chase higher and higher DPS numbers to prove that you're really good at playing your class. But here's the thing a lot of people don't tell you. Most of those DPS charts are in perfect conditions where you're just sitting there attacking. They don't take into account the fact that you move around during fights. What I'm getting at is if you don't hit that super high DPS number, don't beat yourself up. Just have fun. Another one we've got is farming. No, this isn't about Farming Simulator. But I've got an old video about that unique game.
Ah, perfectly fertilized.
This refers to MMOs where you run around each day in the same area collecting materials that reappear so you can craft a piece of gear that you want. Which is actually one of the reasons why bots were created, ironically. Another one we've got is speedruns. This term belongs to a specific group of gamers who enjoy exploiting a game's mechanics and abilities to beat the game as quickly as possible. For example, in a lot of games, it's quicker to glitch through doors than actually open up the door and walk through. I'll be honest, a lot of these are actually really impressive to watch, even if it's something I've never really been into. There's a video out there of a Breath of the Wild speedrun that blew my mind. This dude was literally cooking food while killing enemies. And he only had 3 hearts too. Great game, by the way, if you haven't played that. I actually played that on my PC with an Xbox controller. Totally legally. Don't worry, I actually bought the game for Nintendo Switch after, so it's legit. Last but not least, we've got... No, actually, you know what? These are last, and they are the least. I hate these. QTE stands for Quick Time Event. If you've never experienced what a Quick Time Event is, then it's...
Did I just hear you say you do not like quick time events?
Oh, for goodness sakes.
Well, I will show you. Your speed is impeccable.
I bet it is.
But no matter, you cannot dodge a bullet. Incredible.
Well, while that was only 10 of the ones I could think of, I'm sure there's about 1,000 more we all use. What's your most common one and why? Post down below. Thanks as always for watching this video, and if you liked it, click like. But as always, have fun, guys.
Incredible.